I'm glad you stopped on by. Depending on what you saw first, I uploaded 2 videos representing Ghost today at the same time. One is a deep dive into Ghost, and then you have this one. This is going to be a music video reaction to a song from their skeletal album, Satanized, the song is called, and the band Ghost. I'm getting more and more fascinated with ghosts more and more as I go and learn more and hear more. So I'm happy that you're part of the journey. My purpose on this channel is to gain more exposure and recognition to the musicians. So you can do your part by spreading this to your other social media sites and telling people to check it out. Give Ghost the love that they deserve, and and to help grow. There are a lot of people through the 2 years I've been doing this channel that have heard of musicians for the first time through my channel. That's very humbling. And then they're like, oh my goodness, I love that. I went and subscribed to their channel, and I went and listened to some more of their songs. So it's helping out. It's a helping hand. Ghost gives us music that we love. And in turn, I'm showing my appreciation by trying to gain them more exposure. That said, it segues into a saying I'm going to try to start saying more often on the channels this particular time in our lives on YouTube, especially. A rising tide raises all ships. When you think about it, when the tides rise, all ships go up together. I'm saying that because there's particularly a label, a huge label out there, UMG, that doesn't particularly like reaction channels. And I don't understand why, because we are supporting musicians. As I said a moment ago, there are people that have heard Ghost for the first time through reaction channels, and then they go and support Ghost. So supporting Ghost helps out Ghost, gives them more fans, more exposure, more revenue. On turn, that they would then help out the record labels and producers and publicists, and then on turn it helps out the viewers because now they have more music that they can love and appreciate. And then us reactors, we appreciate that, and we get the benefit for being a helping hand. So why can't we all rise together like those rising tides? It's free advertisement is the main thing. Like, so for UMG and anybody else there that doesn't like reaction channels, this is free entertainment. We're not sending you an invoice saying, hey, I did this for you, pay me. So one love. It's nothing wrong with having more people show your artists to other people out there to be recognized. So yeah, that being said, so this is a reaction channel, a reaction to the song Satanized. I haven't heard it yet. I never pre-watch anything. I like to be surprised. So yeah. Tell me one thing in the comments that you love about this song, because you've heard it before. And tell me something in general what you love about Ghost. What has Ghost done for you? How do they make you feel? This is an interactive channel, so I really love for you to comment, because otherwise I can't see you, unfortunately. So I can understand you and know you and get a rapport with you through the comments. Some of my viewers and subscribers that I call my fantastics have been here long enough where I know a little bit more about them, and we have a nicer rapport, and I just like that. I just like that that type of vibe. So be a part of it as well. So let me get right into this, and I don't pause the music portion because I like to get immersed into a song, especially for the first time. And breaking it up 5,000 times just takes me out of that. So I will tell you my honest, real, and authentic thoughts and perspective afterwards. So in the meantime, I want you to hold on and wait until Tazzz reacts.
Demonic possession.
is. Wow. Cliffhanger. Ah, cliffhanger. Oh my God. Damn. I thought that only happened in the movies and on TV shows. I don't recall if I ever saw a music video that said to be continued. I can't think off the top of my head, but because I was wondering the whole time during the song, I was like, oh, I don't see Tobias and the whole band in like their cool, eerie garments. This is something different, which was fine. It was just you just seeing priests and nuns in those old, um, ancient times nun outfits because nuns don't dress like that now. Excuse me. Well, at least in America, I don't know if they dress differently in other countries. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I was like, oh, where's ghosts and their whole aesthetics, like their costumes? And it's sure enough at the very, very end. Oh, that was cool. You know what that made me think of? Have you ever seen the movie The Fog? Raise your hand and tell me in the comments. There was this coolness and eeriness of all of a sudden it was a fog, and then all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of these creepy individuals all on screen at the same time. That gave me that vibe because all of a sudden first of all, you saw Tobias up close, but then when it backed away, you saw everybody in garment, looking creepy. So that made me think of The Fog. Hey, I'm honest on here. Tell me if it made you think of anything when you saw that. To be continued. Wow. It's oddly soothing. It's dark, but then it's also soothing in the sense that it's like a confession. Well, it's not like it is a confession. It showed them in the I'm not religious, so I forget the actual name of those booths that you go to confess. Oh, I think it's called a confessional. So it is a confession. So it's eerie, but then it's soothing, and then it's so I love how it's saying save me because this makes me think like that's the moment when it's the first glimpse of hope. Like in general, like so okay, so for example, like there are people that are in distress or they're not going, let's say, a route that they want to go, or there's so much negative things happening in their lives, and they can be in complete denial. Or they are aware of it, but they want to stay that way. You have those type of people. Then you have people that realize there's a situation going on that they don't want, and then they want to be saved. So save me is that moment where you understand something's going on, whatever it is, you don't want to be that way. You want to be saved. And that's the beginning. It's the beginning of hope. Can you get to the other side? Can you be saved? And stuff like that. So I love that. That relates to me worldwide, wherever you are. And it doesn't have to be religion. It could be anything in your life. It could be a relationship wise. It could be you internally as a person. It could be your job. It could be anything your moment where I need to be saved. So I like how they had that part there because that's relatable. This song delves into a lot of juxtapositions, a lot of balances, good and evil, um, of hope and despair, of things that me go through in life in general. One of the main things nowadays is societal norms and dealing with that. Social media is like a double-edged sword. I feel like it's great in the fact that social media, you can easily reach thousands upon thousands of people virtually. Because, once upon a time, before there were cell phones and computers, you had to physically go somewhere to reach a bunch of people or mail somebody, let's say something. But social sites allow you to spread your messages and things like that and to reach people faster. But then the negative impact is that it's also so easy to cast stones on people, to retain negative things you might see or hear, um, to do things of evil so easily. And that part I don't like. It's great for good people and good intentioned people to have social media, but for people that are evil or have negative things and values, it's so easy for them to now mind trick and things to people so easily. Um, and you don't know what to believe. You don't know what's real and what's untrue, what's fact or fiction. Um, Satanized sets the balance and the tone of defiance and allure. You know, you all might see like those proverbial shiny objects, things that attract you, things that you love, but sometimes behind that could be something that's not so attractive. Um, the unfortunate truth is we don't get a roadmap or a manual to our lives. We all go down different paths. You know, like I said, we don't all know what's true and good for us or what's bad and takes us down wrong paths. Sometimes that could be something simple, like buying something at the store to eat and it might not be good for you, to something really big, you know, where it changes your whole dynamics, your perception on life, how you treat people in your relationships. So there's always this balance. And sometimes we have to go through the troubles ourselves to learn from it. Not everything can be told to us. Like you can tell somebody until you're blue in the face, you know, like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And people might say, well, maybe this didn't work for them. I don't know. I'm still going to try it. Sometimes they have to actually go through it themselves to learn from it, which is sad in itself, but sometimes it's necessary. Um, but what I would say is sometimes when you go through the darkness and when you go through those tough times, as I had mentioned, there's that sense of liberation that you can get from actually reaching the other side and learning from that. So, that also helps as far as not to do that same thing again or to learn from it. And then also maybe you can teach others. So, but that doesn't mean you want to go through something to get liberation. Just hopefully that would at least be the outcome. Um, if that happens. So tell me your thoughts on that if you can relate to that. Like tell me down in the comments actually, is it something that you done or went through in your life that was bad, but it had a good outcome in the end? You felt liberated. You learned from it in some way. I want to know. Tell me in the comments, okay? Because your thoughts matter. Yes, I really, really like that. They really did a good job on this song, like delving into the complexities of religion and our identity. Um, because it's a scary world out there. Some of us are still figuring each other out, ourselves out. Not everything is just an easy path. Some people have easier paths. Some people don't. Don't always cast stones, I would tell you out there in the world. Not everybody might think the same as you. Not everybody may have had a better life than you. Not everybody has the ability to be daring. Like, for instance, a single person can be more daring and be adventurous about things than a person with a whole family and children. You can't maybe do certain things. So you have to find a different approach to things and what's good and bad and everything like that. So it can be challenging, especially identity. I think that's one of the biggest things out there, like not knowing who you are and what to do. And, you know, if you're doing something right or wrong, is it really you or is it the real you or are you being fake or not? So it's a challenge. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. But overall, I really, really enjoyed the important message on this, on top of them adding their satirical humor and everything like that. So, bravo. So yeah, I'm pretty much giving it away, but this is the part of the show I do a thumbs up pass if I like a song, thumbs down ass if I don't like a song. I liked it. So yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Like I said, this is uploading at the same time as another Ghost video that I've uploaded, but that one is a deep dive more so into Ghost. There's no music on there, but it's representing and respecting Ghost. And then this is the part two, if you were, of an actual reaction video to one of their songs, Satanized, from their Skeleton album. So let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed it. Please spread this to your other social media sites. Let's help Ghost get more exposure and recognition in virtual land. Let's use societal norms and social channels for good. All right. For a good purpose. All right. So if you want to see the deep dive that I did to relating to this as well, I want you to check out there. All right. I hope that you survived this reaction and I want you all to take it easy and keep it breezy. And thanks for coming to Tazzz Reacts.